Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have another paint by numbers day. I have ordered this one. It is from eBay, and I've chosen this one specifically for a friend of mine. She's been having a really rough time, and she loves purple. And I know it's not quite purple; it's kind of pinkies and fuchsias, but with the heart on there. She loves hearts as well. I'm trying to make sure it's not too glistening in the light. So I picked this one as a present for her, so I thought I would show you what we've got. So this is exactly how it came. Pretty much it had one of them little plastic bags over the top basically, but this is what we've got. So this one is a canvas, unlike the shipper, which comes on a board. And I got just, there you go, you had a little hair shot in there as well. That's the problem, when my camera is this high up, much higher than it is normally, I have to remember that my hair can get in the shot. Okay, so unravel these. So we've got a lovely colour palette. Look at all those, they are beautiful. As to what condition the paints are, I'm not holding my breath, let's put it that way. This is going to be particularly difficult because these kind of colours are, they're a ball ache. I had problems with them on the colourful flower paint by numbers, if you've watched that. Even the shipper ones had problems to start with. When I did them as the flow method though, which is how shipper says to do their and use their paints, I had no problems whatsoever with them, absolutely none. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them, swatch them as they are, and because of, so if you've watched my shipper video, you see how the flower and the foliage, the way I did it with the flow technique, it made almost like a bit of a 3D effect, and I really like that. So I am going to use the same technique, but what I'm going to do is the background, I think I'm not going to use that technique. I'm going to paint the background, and then I'm going to use the flow technique for this and this to give it like a raised, and this made basically a bit more of a 3D effect. That's kind of where I'm thinking on this, because doing all of that background in the flow technique I think will be a bit of a pain. I don't know, I want to try it, because yeah, like I say, it gives a completely different effect and finish between the flow method and the normal painting method. It really depends on what these colours are like streaky wise, because if they're going to be an absolute nightmare and coverage is going to be a problem, I'm going to go to the flow technique for them instead, when I can get into the pack. So the canvas comes, this one comes rolled up. Some of them come folded, which is an absolute nightmare. I hate it when they come folded, because it really does, it's a pain getting those creases out. You do need to make sure you get the creases out before you start painting, because if you think that it's going to stretch out when you put it on the stretch board for the final one, it won't. It will be there. I know, because I bought one very similar to this, which was a red one, and the crease is still there, and that's why I haven't given it away. And I got another one because it didn't want, oh, okay, this is different. We have red lines. I have never seen one with red lines before. Wow, okay. And we do get a reference sheet, which is brilliant. Very important to get a reference sheet, because if you happen to, get some small bits and you think, what on earth colour was that, you can refer back to it. So we've got some really big chunky sections. And actually, so I thought there was a lot smaller bits. I'll move that out of the way because this one's easier to see. So there are some very tiny cells, but there's also some really big sections in here actually. I hadn't realised, looking at the picture, I thought it was all going to be really small cells. So obviously this is the clustered bit down here, but then there are some bigger bits in there. There we go. So you can see why, you know, trying to do these as a time lapse doesn't work, because they're too big to fit the board on here. I can do some of it from time lapse, but it would just be particular sections. It wouldn't be a full thing. I don't even know if anybody likes time lapse. I don't know, because that video hasn't actually gone up at the point I'm doing this one. So yeah, this is interesting actually. I'm not sure quite how I'm going to do it. I think, like I say, it all depends on the paints. But the first thing I need to do is, as you can see, even though it's been rolled, hopefully you can see that. Can you see the way it goes like that? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it onto its back and we're going to iron it out. Okay, just normal iron. I use a cotton setting actually. But iron it, I put a towel underneath or on, sometimes on top, and then I iron that out, and then I will stretch that onto my board. So by stretching that, what I mean is I'm literally going to start with one corner, hold it down, stretch out, then the other corner like that, and then my husband comes along and quickly tapes it. And then we do the same, and I've got a big giant board, which is basically just a piece of old backing for like a chest of drawers or a wardrobe. You know, you get the flat pack ones that have that really cheap board that just slots down the base at the back of your wardrobe or your chest of drawers. I had some old ones I was getting rid of, so I nicked it, and that's all I use. So I don't need anything special in the slightest. This one was, I don't know quite how much I paid for this one actually, because it was a while ago. I think I paid a little bit more than I normally would. Normally the eBay ones, about £10 is kind of my limit. But I did pay a bit more for this one because I couldn't find it anywhere else. And I specifically wanted that one. So I may have even gone to about £15 for that. Okay, so I'm going to be back in a minute, and we're going to have a look at the paints. Purely because I'm on a time limit before my husband runs out the door for me to get this stretched. And I need to get this stretched on its board so then I can gesso it. Because I need that to dry, so then I can start working on this one, and I really need to get this one primed and ready. So I shall be back in a minute. And I'm back. So I'm going to have a look at these pinks first, because they are usually the ones that we have problems with. Let's have a look at the consistency. I'm going to take that out the lid. Oh wow, that's thick. Jesus, look at that. That's unworkable. If you try and use your paint like that, you are going to fail miserably straight out the bat. Okay, I can fix that with a lot of Flow Aid. But yeah, that's not good. See, look, I can't even, it's only because my brush is wet that I'm getting anything off that. Coverage is as I would expect. That there's not a lot of coverage. Can you see that? Am I too high up? Let's have a look. So I can still see the number 12 through that. Okay, let's have a look. The one next door's like. Clean off my thingies. Right, let's have a look at this one. See what they, oh, this is not looking promising, people. At all. Look, yeah, same again. Just completely stiff. It's almost like the lid's been left off and it's dry, but as you see, it hasn't, because I've just opened them now. Okay, we are. This is not a good start. Right, let's fix this. we'll use this as an opportunity to show how are we going to fix this paint. So I'm going to get some straight Flow Aid, and we are going to pop, I'm going to pop 5 drops in that. Okay. Let's see if we can get this a bit more workable. Oh, jeez. That's not good. That is really not good at all. And it doesn't bode well, let's put it that way, for being... I may not even be able to fix this. Because that looks like it's absolutely solid. And keep working it a little bit, see if I can... But you see what I mean? It's full on lumpy as well. Like it has actually hardened. We're getting a bit of a better consistency now, but that's still not usable. Okay, we're just going to keep working it. It's definitely getting better. It's not quite as chunky lumpy. Okay, I'm going to add a few more drops. Put 3 more drops in there. The reason I'm using straight Flow Aid is because I don't want to dilute this down at the moment, so I don't want to use diluted Flow Aid, and because this is just so thick. But we are getting there. Look, we are getting there. This is improved. So this is more like the consistency it's supposed to come like before I even add Flow Aid. What concerns me a lot is there is not a lot of paint in that pot. You see that? I mean, these are small pots as it is, and there is not a lot in that. And you know, you're thinking, if this is one of these main colours, basically, I'm wondering if I'm screwed before I've even started this one, to be honest. Okay. With the Flow Aid, the flow technique, this can be rescued because it will increase the volume of the paint, you know, the amount of paint there. Thing is, I'm not going to waste my precious time with something that is going to be such a fight and a battle straight out the bag. It's not enjoyable. It's not fun. Right. Let's have a look at number 10. Okay. Let's have a look at the consistency of this one. Okay. So that one's better. Okay, so that's the normal consistency that you get with these. And that's kind of what I've managed to achieve now with this one, with a bit of help. Okay, so that's doable. Take all that out of there. So I suspect these lids have not been fully closed and they've hardened, which is... Okay, so what I would normally do is I'm going to add a couple of drops in there. I'm just going to add 3 drops. And I'm going to mix that round. And it does kind of clump up on you when you first put the Flow Aid in. That's fine. Trying not to make a huge mess, but it's me, so you know, anything can happen. But I mean, if you've watched the shipper that I did and the unboxing of that, you can see straight away the quality of the paints and the difference. Straight away, there is no messing around. You know, you could use the shipper as it is without using any flow aid, nothing. It just works. Now, I've added some in there. I will probably add maybe a bit of diluted in there. But for right now, let's just, this is number 10. Where's a number 10? There's a number 10. Okay. Okay, so you guys probably can't see it, but I can actually still see the number 10 through that one. So even with that colour, which is so dark, is not providing full coverage. Yes, dude, potentially we will need a few coats, but it's whether or not I can be bothered with that.
Well, see, you know that paint that was really hard for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've had stuff like that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally poked it and no paint came on my finger.
Then that has definitely hardened up, dude.
Yeah, it's literally like slime, but like hardened slime.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 10. Let's have a look at what number 9 is looking like. Okay, number 9 is exactly the same problem. Look at that. Yep, it's just, it's like trying to use plasticine. I'm not even going to bother wasting my flow aid at this point. Let's have a look at the rest of them. See what we've got, because like I say, one or two I can go with. Yeah, again, really, really poor consistency. I mean, you couldn't just open this pot and use it like that. It just wouldn't work. Clean it off. It's not going well, is it? But I'd sooner know this before I start and try to work with this. So this is number 7. And here we go again. This one's not at it's trying to move that, and I'm using a metal spatula here and it is not moving. You know, let me put a comparison to you, because we're looking at it going, I don't understand why. And I'm a vegetable. I'm a vegetable. I am a vegetable sometimes. I'm a visual person as well. So that is not what we should have. I'm going to come over here and I have got a shipper paint. I'm going to show you. Now, these ones have been watered down, however. Right. Look at that. Okay, these haven't been, because they've now sat for a little while, because I've completed this one, they have thickened a bit back up. So they're not quite as runny as they were. But even when I opened these shippers, they were a good consistency. There's no issues at all. They should not look like that. Right, so pretty much that whole line, bar one, is complete crap. Yep, that one's exactly the same. Next one. Nope, look at that. Straight in, just by poking it. I can tell. I've just contaminated that one. Not that it actually matters, because I'm, amazingly enough, I'm not going to be doing this kit. Unless there is some miracle that is about to take place. Okay, see, look, there we go. See how that is a bit of a better consistency as I poke it? Right, that one isn't too, it's still way too thick, but it's not as bad as those two. At this point, everybody's going, yeah, we get what you mean, Jenna. We get it. We get it. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I'm going to show you so you don't waste your money buying this kit. We'll get to number 3. Number 3 is good. Oh, here we go. There you go. That is what it's supposed to be like. See? Number 3 is good. Did you hear that little yay in the background? Right, let's have a look. So far we have had 2. Oh, there you go, straight again. At this point, yeah, this ain't happening. Let's put it that. No, that one's exactly the same.
Let's just hope there's more good ones on this row.
Oh wow,
That looks good. I think that's probably a yes.
It's not as bad, but it's not where it needs to be either.
That looks sticky, that one did.
What?
Did you hear that?
That was your belly, yes. Right. Okay, that one's all right. That's workable. Okay, 16 isn't too bad. It's not great. Wishing I hadn't bothered to gesso my board now. Okay, no, 15's a no. Nope. 13. Oh, 13 looks like it might actually be half decent. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. 13's perfect. Except the fact that there is virtually no paint in that pot whatsoever. So out of 18 colours, only three are any good. So this one gets a complete and utter thumbs down from me. I am not going to waste my time with it. I will find something else to do for my friend. The answer is no. It ain't happening. But hey, I'll upload this video and somebody who's looking at this one may go, yay, I'm going to buy that because I want to. Don't bother wasting your time. There you go. That's it for this video, and I will be back with another one